Saseni, good morning. It is a good morning for me. How about you? Is it a good morning for you? So it is Women's View kama kawaida. I'm your host, Shiro Wangige, and I'm so excited. Today is a bit cold. I don't know. Uko wapi wewe? Hebu tuambie uko kukoaje. And nimejihami by the way. So I'm feeling a bit cold, but I love the weather. Yeah? Kila siku tunaamuka huku na majua bwana. Tuna sweat asubuhi hapana. At least now we are having a different weather. I'm so excited that you're tuned in with us today. And on board, we have a topic. And the topic today, nakwambia ni moto moto. But before I even introduce the topic, I want you to tune in until the very last end. I also want you to give me some comments, some ideas, some questions on our social media handle. We are GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. And now, coming back to the topic of the day, in the society siku hizi tumejanjaruka, you know, we have to do some planning for, especially for people who are married and they're giving birth. We don't want to give birth to 10 or 15 kids if we are not capable of. And that is why we were introduced to women family planning. But the world is changing, and I don't know why I'm all smiley when I'm saying that the world is changing, because now we are having our men when you wanna introduce you pia kwa family planning. You know what? We always say mwanamke ndiye anafaa kufanya family planning, but guess what? The researchers, na ninapenda sana our researchers, wameanza kuleta maneno ya family planning for men. Tell me what you think about it. Men, ebu gather here mtuambie. So kuna these pills zenye wanafanya research about, na by the way they are almost done with the research. I'm smiling because inaka very positive. I don't know, we are Africans and our African men. So I'm not alone. I'm not doing the discussion alone. So as we are going to do this topic, family planning for men, I also have some guests here, a lady and a gentleman wenye najua watachangia. And the man amekuja kusema ni sawa, amekubali. So allow me to introduce our guest.
No.
We start with you.
Yeah, I'm JT, and I'm a content creator, TV producer, and also a presenter. So yeah, I create content for my channel YouTube. It's called Jane Falme TV. And I'm also working for TV station as a TV producer and a director. So yeah, basically that's my title.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you're here.
I'm here to listen to
about
what you guys are trying to... What? No. I'm blocking my ears.
Why are you wanting the topic?
We'll discuss about this. Let us
start it anyway, but wacha kwanza we introduce the lady. Welcome so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
How are you? And I hope everyone who's listening in is also fine.
Yeah.
My name is Eileen Gisharu. I define myself as an entrepreneur, basically. I do makeup. I have a makeup studio, and I also work within a photo studio within town. My makeup studio is Joffiel Beauty, and I also work within a photo studio, which is Studio 90s. So basically, we are within the same field because we also have a content creation space just around Mirema, whereby we have a space where content creators can come. You see, everybody can't be able to do videos in their own area of their phone.
Sure.
So we have a content creation space and videographers where we give you space, and you come as we give you videographers where you can be able to also create content, like he's saying, for their own, like you said, Dr. Mejanjaruka, and there are different platforms where people can make money. So basically that is what I do. I'm in the arts and field for makeup, photography, video, and content creation, basically.
Wow.
Yes.
And I think that's why you guys are so, you know, you are more confident than I am on this board. What do you think about it? You know, it's because they are in the right field. They're at home. You know, when you're at home, you have to relax. Let's go on air. Let's start this thing, and that is why we are now coming back to the topic.
We are used to cameras, eh?
Yes.
But you're usually mostly behind them, so
mostly sometimes.
Because when you, but unless he's directly a content creator, so he's on the front. So
this is our thing. Let's say that.
Yeah.
So talking about our family planning method for men. How have you received the news, Irene, as you yourself?
as Eileen, if I had the chance, unaona venye after elections people gather and they go for jubilations wanaenda the way we are seeing campaigns right now. If I had a chance, I would actually take as many people as possible to end on the streets to celebrate.
Especially ladies.
Yes. It's about time. It's about time. I think any lady who doesn't say it's about time, it is honestly about time.
JT, I'm not supporting the idea. I'm just here.
Are you serious on this? Like, are you guys serious?
Yes.
What?
You see, it's called neocolonialism. It's still underway. It's still going on. It's still, like, you guys are being cheated. You're being lied to by Americans, by westernized countries, and you want to follow. You see what they are trying to do. Wanaona Afrika sisi, we keep on, tuko fertile sana. Na tukijaa, kwanza Afrika ikijaa, wengi wataenda mpaka majuu. Na will take over. So you guys are trying to be, mnachanganywa mind na nini, alafu you want us to follow.
So that's
like, achaneni na wanaume.
Tuachane
Just
na
leave us alone. Yeah,
Sure, I think I would actually ask to ask
because,
a question.
yeah,
because when you say we are being colonized, or rather
Yeah.
colonized,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
want us to take over,
Yeah.
and then urudi useme wachana na wanaume, then I think your argument should be tuachane na mambo ya family planning full stop. Whether women or men.
Ya wanaume, because kwanza Bible mnaenda against the Bible.
Kwa nini?
Inasema nini? Bible inasema nini? Fill the world. Ama tulipatiwa command gani? Ya ku fill the world. Sasa mnataka tusifill the world?
Hatukuambiwa mtu mmoja fill the world, so
No, I'm supposed to be having over 5, 10, 17 kids. Kitambo, that's what used to happen. But right now, what I'm trying to, as in mini kiangalia story in a very wider perspective, I think, yeah, as I say, it's neo-colonialism, because America, them they are used of 2 kids, 1 kid. Kenya, ama in Africa, guys are really fertile. And you see, when people are, many, the population becomes huge. Then dominate. Now Africa ni wale watu, they don't go back. Wakiamua ni vita. Wakiamua we are taking over this, we are taking over. So hata hizi stories sijui za corona, wherever, these guys wanaleta all this, hata wakati AIDS ilikujanga. They are trying to wipe away Africans, ndio at least tusikue.
Wanasema ati wao ndio wana deal na issues za population.
Exactly.
So wakati iko juu, wao ndio watajua Kenya wataleta.
So kwani wao ndio Mungu? Wao ndio wanatuambia what we supposed to be doing.
But anyway, just to be more clear to our viewer, there's this research yenye wanafanya about pills zenye men wana, before, there I think there are some zenye zimekuwa zikikuwa before methods za men kucontrol birth rate. So wamekuja na hiyo nini ya pill, but they are still doing research. They have done it on a mice. Sijui kwa nini.
Vasectomy.
It can work for mice, it can work for men.
Why? Kwani tu isibaki kwa wanawake? Because let's assume this. Let's assume this. The side effects. Unajua kuna kwa na side effects, sijui mwanamke sengine ananona ama. Now put it on a man. Sasa mimi sasa ni kwa kimtu kikubwa ati family planning zinani affect.
Hata unaambia wanaume
like seriously, like ati napata na wanaume mnaona vile nimeona hivi manze ni family planning manze.
Okay, let me say this. Before we even get to the effects, I think I'd want to respond to what he said.
Yes.
Tukiongea kuhusu all these issues we're talking about neocolonialism, we cannot disregard the effect of
Absolutely.
We cannot disregard the effect of what we call globalization.
Yes.
By globalization, what I mean is we are what we would call in a new world order, right? Tukianza kuongea kuhusu I don't know corona ililetwa to wipe Africans nini, we are leaning more into the conspiracy side of things and not necessarily the factual side of things, because there's nothing scientifically proven
or some little fact, right?
But we don't know.
For every unaambianga penye kuna motion you can be able to argue like that, but for conspiracy theories I could be able to wake up today in the morning and say they want to wipe, for example, one side, they want to do all these things. All these things are people trying to need, but there's no factual. Because factual ni kitu yenye umeresearch, umeangalia, ukaona, like venye unasema they've done research on mice, it has worked 99%. So now we are doing human testing. After human testing, we say these are the results. As long as we are talking about all these
things. But they're so positive about it.
No, let me ask.
It's about...
What happens if we just stick to women doing it?
Kwa
But that's my
sababu,
thing.
I think what you're trying to say is women are the ones who are responsible for birth control in the family, si ndio?
Unapata Mungu aliumba mwanamke in a way, there's a certain period you guys reach you cannot give birth. Just like the Bible says Sarah alifika menopause, that stage. Kwa nini God alikuwa na akili mzuri kabisa akisema mwanaume hafiki menopause? Mwanamke anafika menopause. Why? Because a man, hata maybe if things go wrong for the women, mwanaume anaweza pata kama Solomon aoe wanawake wengine na wazae na
But Solomon alizaa wengi lakini alikuwa na watoto watatu.
Ndio nasema.
Atuambia hata family planning alitumia.
No, what I'm trying to say.
Ama ndio hiyo.
What I'm trying
I know, right?
What I'm trying to say is, if something goes wrong in a family setup, a man is able to pick maybe another woman, and they feel the
And I think
world.
that one with it's good.
Yeah.
I'm supporting you. Although I'll not. It's like, you know, we are favoring the man. What about this woman who has not
because
been
it's
able
biblical.
Shiro, you see, even before we start talking about favoring the
Mungu
man,
angejua angetuweka speed governor.
acha nikwambie kuna kitu inaitwa there's something called if you want to talk
Yeah,
about
shoot
biblically
blank.
then
Hatuwezi shoot blank.
if you want to speak biblically, I think it is also biblical we are called to be co-creators with God. The reason why we are given trees, we make tables, then tungepanda juu ya mti tukae huko juu. So all these things that have happened otherwise, alitupea the mind, because science is not something that has come up. See, ni mind zenye Mungu alitupea.
No,
And
mimi
we
nionyeshe
grow
tu
with them.
verse in the Bible. I'm a Christian and born again. Nionyeshe verse kwa Bible inasema men, you should not produce many kids.
No, of course there's no directly that says men should not produce with many kids, but
so
then
there's
again,
a verse
there's
indirectly.
of course there's no also direct
Exactly,
verse that
there's no
says,
that verse.
No,
there's
but
also
you know,
no verse
okay,
that directly says women
I
should
think
take
what
family
Irene
planning.
is trying to say is not a matter of who is supposed to do it, because for sure, now we are going with time. Yes, the time today, you don't expect to give birth to 17 kids unless you just want to split your seed somewhere out.
No,
and
if I'm
wait for
rich,
some.
why not?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, if I have money, why not?
And his
But
argument
in the
also,
Bible, I don't think there was about money. But let's not go to Bible. You guys, I don't want you to lose the direction of the researchers.
Fill the world.
Yes, tutafeel, but you're not the only person.
but you
who's
see, his
feeling.
argument
We are
also
many.
goes against the Bible he's claiming, because the Bible also does not say women should take family planning. Then I'm saying, if at all his argument was no family planning whatsoever for both women and men, then we could have understood his argument ya Biblia. But akikuja aseme, then why don't women do it? So why is it okay for women to go against the Bible and not men?
If it were for me,
Or-
I would say hata mwanamke asifanye nini family planning. Yeah, because Mungu hakuleta hizi vitu za why do you do it on a man? Like, I'm trying to figure it out.
Kwa
How?
sababu, you
How?
know, let's hear from Irene. What's your perspective that, because you're supporting the idea that also a man anafaa kutusaidia in this family planning. What's your idea on it? Itakusaidia aje on your side?
I think the first thing we should note is the pill that actually came out right now, we were actually told is non-hormonal. A lot of family planning that is done
For
on women
women.
is actually hormonal. The reason why we gain weight, the reason why we have mood swings, the reason why we have all those issues, including sometimes even taken long term, it has been proven can cause cancers and other
Yes,
issues,
yeah.
is because there is a hormonal aspect to it.
Yes.
For men, that is what they have been able to do, because you see
Has it been
our whole,
proved 100% non-hormonal?
yes, actually it is called that, a non-hormonal pill.
Proven.
Yes.
100%.
For
Yes.
men. So I think
That is
you
what
have to
the Nini
change
is.
the stand.
No, I'm
That
just
is
the
listening.
way you
Yes,
are
it
I am
asking.
following.
That is what it is exactly.
Yeah.
Because but the minute this whole conversation came, it has actually most of the planning, that family planning that is done for men is usually non-hormonal.
Yes, yes.
Hormones are what make us who we are. You see, people think hormone is what you react to, but
No,
hormones
no.
are what make us what we
Yes.
are. Because if you're stressed, you'll spike, for example, a hormone like
Yeah.
cortisol.
Yeah.
If you're, for example, kama ni all these things that you do, estrogen, progesterone, because
They're hormones.
yeah, they're all hormones. They're what make us who we are. So if at all there is something that can be done, alafu we have all these issues again. We have had time and time again men say they're being trapped. We have the issues of deadbeats. We have the issues of, and then it always lies on one side. side. It's the woman's
woman.
perspective, or
Yes.
rather the prerogative of a woman to do that. So if number one, we can be able to have something that can be able to control hiyo uzazi yenye tunasema, because if you can be able to agree, I actually don't disagree with people who say let people get as many kids as well, because it's an opinion based field. So if that was his argument, that would be totally okay. But if at all we are saying family planning should be only for women, but then women are suffering side effects.
Yes.
You're doing all these things, and then you're being told, hey, listen, you can also as a man be able to take a pill. It won't affect you hormonally, but it is going to make sure that the same thing that we are going for women family planning is done. Then at least we would be able to, we should be on the weighing scale. Because
I'll be shooting blanks, just be open.
and then you see, this is the other thing. This is the other thing.
What do you mean shooting blank?
Like
Leo
nothing.
mwanamke, but then this is the other thing. Leo mwanamke akiacha kuchukua pills zake, what happens is after a while they get pregnant. Because there are all these things, there are 3 months, 3 years, there are the pills that usually take. Not a woman can tell you this is actually happens. When you're taking pills, ukimiss siku moja.
Let me explain something. Waamerika hapo wanataka tukufe. Because
why do you say that?
one thing,
no, we don't want our
if
men
we
dead.
accept, let's assume we accept,
Yes.
then the rate of HIV or any other disease will be high. Because mimi nitakuwa naenda ninajua na shoot blank, because you can't control men going, those men in quotes, out. If they go out, wanajua hapa hakuna ball,
niko safe, hakuna ball.
Blank.
But the reason tunaongea kuhusu family planning saizi is because even
You want
research
us to
shows
go
how
out.
many people are using condoms. Let's talk about it.
Let's hear from him.
How many people saizi bado wanaenda nje? That's the reason why unasema wanatoka nje wanapata watoto watatu, wanne, tano nje.
Sahi, what they do, a lot of research saying, people go for tests before they start, doing the act.
But the test is
So
not for
after-
family planning. The test is for diseases.
So after they test, they are sure, si wako safe. Udem wako na whatever, coil, pills or whatever, they are safe.
So my point is this, if at all bado, kama for example unajua una shoot blanks, does that mean una shoot blanks mpaka STIs?
No,
Because you
STIs
can still go for the test and go
once
shoot
you
a
know-
blank.
once
So,
you know
so
you're
you're
very
saying,
safe.
JT is saying, like, people will start becoming reckless.
Yeah, reckless and
Especially
they'll be going
men,
out and, yeah, especially men when they are drunk wanajua
Mi na
mtu
shoot
yote-
kitu blank.
mtu yote anajua ni blank. They just shoot.
Viewer, let me know your opinion on this. I would really want to hear what you think as a person. Is it okay for our men to take the family planning, the pill? There is that specific pill that has been tested on a mice, and it worked 99%.
99%.
So we are expecting it works the same to our men.
The 1%, your 1%.
Even
about
even for women's
99%, you're
for
1%.
women's
It's actually
family
less.
plannings, it's always 99. There's
It's actually
no
less.
family planning for sijui.
It's actually less
So
than
99
99%. No. I'm saying the
even
success
that's-
rate for men is actually high at 99%.
Yes, yes.
Most of family planning
It's
for
80,
women, 80, 70 something up.
Yes.
Because remember, it's hormonal.
So,
99 is
viewer, let us hear what the viewer has to say about it. When we come back from this very short break, we read your contribution towards the topic. So let's take a very short break and then we come back. Thank you.
Everywhere, GBS.
Thank you so much. Welcome back. At least we've had that nice break, and these people are burning, by the way. I have brought two people with different opinion. Na hizi opinion, nakwambia ni so different, like heaven and earth. Like amushkani, hakuna mahali munaingiliana. So if you are tuning in right now, we are talking about family planning for men. There is that pill yenye hata researchers wanasema wako 100% sure ita work. JT is looking at me na we ananiambia Shiro ebu toka hapa. But I'm staying. So anyway, viewer, thank you so much for the comments. By the way, as I was reading the comments, mimi nilikuwa tu nacheka. And thank you for the men, very many men who are upset. Sana, by the way. And the reaction towards this thing, I don't know, but let us wait because time tells it all. So I'm here joined with JT and Irene. They are here to talk about this thing, contraceptives for men. I'm very excited, by the way. So if you're tuning in right now, you are in the right place. Kindly your comments. zieke, nitumie, ask me any question, we are going to tackle it here, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Our SMS line is 21144. Our social media platform is GBS TV Africa. So thank you so much guys. Tulikuwa tumeachia mahali na sitaki kurudi hapo. Nataka to proceed.
It hurts me. It really pains.
There's a woman who says on
boiling.
SMS, Shiro, thank you so much for the topic. I'm really enjoying. I'm just imagining a world without women going for family planning. As in sitanona tena, you know?
No, let's imagine pia side effects za mwanamke. You're saying 99%. Unafikiri Mwamerika atakwambia ati
ngoja nisome
70%.
ingine. Kuja nisome ingine. Kuna mwingine anasema, "Hi Shirono, mimi siwezi imagine my husband kama ameweka okay, wacha niskip hiyo. Ame take pills." Yes. Alafu in the morning tunaulizana ni nani ataamuka wa kwanza.
Mwachane tu na
You like amka, no, we amka, you know.
motives.
Yes, like we amka wa kwanza, wacha nilalalale kidogo. You know, people are having reactions towards this, so at least there's a woman who is supporting you, JT. You should be proud of that.
Absolutely.
Yes. So Irene, when it comes to if you are a woman and you know the side effects that comes along with ISO V2, and sometimes because of for women there is the non-hormonal one, and it's not so very friendly to so vile unaisikia, because you know, you're not 99 or rather 100% sure that it will not affect our men. What do you think? Uko na bwana yako hapo amepata, si ndio? Alafu anaanza kureact towards it. What would you think about it, or how would you feel about it?
You see, the thing is this, even before women get family planning, kuna kitu tunaambiwangwa, you have to see a doctor, aku-advise about the best family planning for your body type, for your hormones, for all those things. So in some cases, they've even caused things like depression, anxiety, and even sometimes people kill themselves out of the same effects.
Yes.
So I don't think family planning should be inhumane, that it removes the love and the emotions out of a relationship. It doesn't mean just because you're the man, kunywa family planning, mimi sasa nimejiondoa. You see, because that's the other part of it, like nizae, nifanye nini, I push, I do all those things, and still have to go through the effects of family planning.
Yes.
There's that. But if at all, we've both sat down and agreed, hey, listen, you can take the burden, because kuna even vasectomies that happen right now, and men take the burden of it, which are irreversible, and they go about it, and it's an agreement. Hapo ndo unasikianga ni watu wawili.
Ni watu wawili.
But if at all imefika mahali haina ku-affect and there's something that could work for me, that's unasikia it is a relationship. Tunakubaliana.
It's good she's saying it's a relationship. Munakubaliana. So this family planning thing, I think near boys, right? Not men who have family. Munakubaliana.
No, it's for men.
Munakubaliana na bibi yako. Because why are you doing it? The first question should be, why are you actually taking it?
She has said it, ni kusaidiana.
Ni control birth rate, right? That's the only reason. Why are we taking it?
Yeah.
To control birth rate. Tumeamua tunataka watoto 4. Tuna control nini tena hapo?
Sasa si after the 4 kids.
After the 4 kids. So why should I take it? Na tushaamua, no, ukiniambia leo uko hivi na hivi, si tuna agree. Leo uko hivi na hivi, tunaacha hiyo maneno. Unaona?
JT unajiongelelea.
No, sio kujiongelelea.
Unaona Kenya JT anasema hapa, sio the real thing kwa ground.
Unajua nini?
Irene, is it the real thing kwa ground?
Actually, this is the thing. Let's even say we agree with him.
Yeah.
No, let's even say we agree with
mutual
him. The question is mutual understanding. Sindio? This is the point. True safe days on a woman are about 3 days. Sindio? So you're saying you'll be having sex 3 days out of a month.
If we agree, if we
and that's the thing, for those who cannot do that, what is the other option? Because
Or
others
rather,
are easy,
because
the woman doesn't need
you know,
family planning
there's
if
a
you can go
time
safe days.
ilikuja hizi maneno za vasectomy, and then wanaume wakasema wanafanywa dogs. The way they do like for the dogs. And no mwanaume, actually there are very few, although there are some who took. There are some who took tumeshamaliza kuza.
America?
No,
even here.
Even
in
here.
Africa.
Yule DJ anaitwa aje? I've forgotten the name
Wa
of
Kenya.
that DJ. Yes. He took, and men were so much against him. Walimchapa.
Kama
Yes,
kwa society,
Mo,
listen,
thank you.
wacha hata
Mo
hivyo.
alitake.
Kama kwa society tayari ukisikia yule mwanaume huwa hazai, kila mtu anakuwa irritated. Hata yeye mwenyewe
But wao
pia
walimaliza kuzaa akaambia bibi yake, you know, let me ask before even I say aliambia bibi yake ama wali agree your wife who you love so much amekuja akona the side effects are so harsh on her body and there is the option of you taking now the family planning and saving your wife. Wouldn't you do that?
Okay, as I said, there's mutual understanding, right? We can always do something different. There's withdraw, there's use of condom, there's all that.
We have very many
No,
kids
if you
for
love,
that.
you've said, if you love your woman, if you love your wife, no, najua, hizi madawa zinamuaffect. Why don't you do something different? There's condom. There's that time you can withdraw. There's so
but
many
the option
methods.
is, even the pill is an option kwa hizo. You see, JT, there is the question of...
No, you see, what I'm against on is the ego ya mwanaume. I've said hapo mbeleni, when you see a man in the society and you're like, that guy cannot shoot, you know, right. Kila mtu anamuonanga kama a failure, you know. But for a woman who cannot bear, people love it, we can actually have another option. Tunaweza chukua maybe another woman ama we can adopt. Kuna hiyo, but the ego ya mwanaume haezi shoot. You cannot deal with it.
Okay,
But you're shooting only that they are not fertile at that time.
Exactly, that's shooting well, it's not fertile.
When they did the research, after 3 weeks after the kamais kamepewa hiyo nini, alafu waka withdraw the pill, after 3 weeks kakarudi to be fertile again. So
it is not
whatever
a permanent
time.
No, we're talking about the vasectomy.
Vasectomy,
right? Yeah. So.
But now, that's why I'm saying, on my opinion, I think for men, wenye wanaweza taka kusaidia their women, wako na a better choice instead of vasectomy kenye hata izaa tena forever. At least anaweza take the pill.
No, what you're trying to do is mnataka tutoshane. No, what you're trying to do is at what man can do, a woman can do also. What a woman can do, a man can do. She also talked about this burden of kuzaa, we're not the ones who gave you the burden.
No, you misunderstood me, JT.
No, you said at least burden moja iondolewe. Unajua kuna burden ya kuzaa, kuna pia burden ya pills, kuna all these burdens. Kwanza ya kuzaa si burden. Because hiyo ni Mungu alikupea.
Yes.
Hii ya pills, we're just trying to control birth rate. You cannot put that burden on me and ulisikia hapi mwanamke ameolewa na wanaume kadhaa.
Actually, it's happening.
I wanted to say that.
Yes.
Really
Actually,
now?
on Packard, yes, it's happening. If you want to talk about what's happening in society, you see, this is what JT is refusing to nini. There's what JT as a person wants, and there is what happens in the society. And when having such a discussion, it is good to separate personal feelings and personal attachments.
I'm not.
Wait, to the society's
Oh my
construct. Let me say this. I'll be the first to actually say that I believe it will have a difficult belief when it translates to the African society, because we talk of culture.
Now see us here, even without going far.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
very difficult to have the conversation.
Yes, it's very difficult, even within us. Hata tukisema tumejanjaruka. Now imagine going to the village and telling that mama or that nini. I'll be the first to say that. But the thing is this. If we were able, we all know where HIV started from, because he mentioned HIV and all those things.
Yes.
And ARVs and all those things, and the stigma and everything that happens. Whenever you speak about culture, it is just basically the customs and behaviors of a society, which have been proved to change over time. So if at all we were coming from a point whereby somebody who had HIV ni kama equivalent to mtu mwenye alikuwa na leprosy in the Bible, alikuwa anakuanga outcast, you cannot talk to them, you can't touch them. And then we started educating these things in school and telling people, no, huwezi pata HIV by just kuguzwa na nini, and you can take ARVs. And people
So
even are going to nini, wakaenda kukubali, yes. So we also have to sit from a point and understand that you'll actually find there are very many women who don't even mind, who don't have side effects to those pills and everything.
Sure.
And even me as a person, because I also don't think it negates the fact that you have to, ati sasa uwekele the man the full responsibility ya your womb. I don't also, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
I am just saying it is a good option to have. In terms of, unajua kuna hii nini yenye people start talking about equality now, just because a man can do, a woman can do the way he has said, so it means jumi na take pill, ata we take pill. You see, that's not the conversation we are trying to have.
That's what we'll get to, right? Manake, the African women, the way we know you, itafika place, it's an agreement, right? where people need to agree.
Viewer, tell
But
me what
ikifika
you
hiyo time,
think. I want to know what the viewer thinks about that.
Itakuwa ni kama
Is it
command.
agenda, you know, ni kama competition tunafanya? Ama rather, tunaanza you know, to practice our rights using the family planning. What do you think about it? But there's a person here who has said, I think the best thing is to leave this to the researchers. If it is proven to have worked positively, then I don't mind. Mwingine anasema, hello Shiro, thank you so much for the discussion. Mimi ni mama. Sasa kuna watu kama kwa society wanasema hawawezi wakachukua the pill. Angalieni hii kizaazaa. Saa hii wanaume wanakataa kuzaa kwa sababu ya pombe. Je, mkileta the pill? Inakaa ni kama kizungumkuti to them. So I think pia people are having very many men here wanasema, kama Adrian anasema, no. If my wife tells me to take the pill, I will exchange her. I bring another woman who accepts to take the pills.
Again, there's something that I wanted to say. Viewer has seen mistake into this because there's this. She talked about wanawake wa majuu na wanawake maybe wa Africa. Kuna vile huwa tunachukuliwa like our hearts are dark like our skin. Na Mwafrika ni mtu si kama mzungu. Unajua mzungu they will come into senses ama wa agree waseme now let's do this. Hata babies when they want to have babies they agree. Kenya ama in Africa it's different. Na vile nasema ngozi ya Mwafrika ni kama hati yake. Mwafrika even the culture ya majuu, you can see a man cooking, a woman also cooking. Kuna hiyo
kuna siku yako ya laundry.
Exactly.
Kuna siku yangu ya laundry.
But if you bring that to Africa, inakuwa kama law. Inakuwa kama sasa, we jana si nilipika. You can imagine your wife telling you, jana si nilipika. So pia upike. So in front of people unaweza sikia hata mwanamke ameweka si chukui hizo pills. Si mimi nilikunywa last 2 months. Sasa ni wewe. It becomes like competition, you know?
But
because of that
inakaa sasa inaanza kuleta conflict.
Yeah. So I don't think it's
sure. So you just thing. Feel it will add to
roho za wanawake wa Afrika si kama za whites. Kuna vile itakuwa ni kama sasa command. I did this, you need to do this. Inakuwa ni sasa ni competition. Nyumba nyingi hata saizi zinavunjika because people are actually competing. Ati sijui sasa timetable nasema wewe ndo nilipika, wewe sasa ndo unastahili kupika, sijui niliosha nguo, unastahili peleka watoto shule. Mimi it becomes
somehow
like
I think I'm agreeing with you on that part. But before I bring my opinion on this, we are going to take a short break and then we come back, give you a chance. There's something you wanted to say. Stick on that. Don't forget. Usi withdraw because I know it's something good. So thank you. Let's take a very short break.
Everywhere, GBS.
Anyway, viewer, I don't know, I'm laughing because the people I'm having on board, hata tukienda break wao hawaendi. Sasa hapa ndio wanatake hiyo chance ya kuatakiana on a personal level. And JT is so much hurt with the fact that even the wazungu had the idea of kufikiria kutengeneza a pill for a man. So, and I think JT is just an example of the many reactions that men are bringing even outside there. Even on this comment, women hawanipei comment at ile we can give it a chance. Every man who is texting here, it's a no. Like Andrew said it's a no, Adrian said it's a no. Like very many men are saying no. Hakuna hata opinion here. Okay, let's wait and think about it. So if you're tuning in right now, I think we've done the biggest bit, but we are talking about family planning for men. There's the research that men watakuwa na appeal ya kutake ndio wafanye birth control. And the reactions are very nice and ziko na energy. So I'm having our guests here, JT and Irene, who are taking us through this topic very well. If you're tuning in right now and you would want to send me your comment or rather your question, our SMS line is 21144. Our social media handle, we are GBS TV Africa. So I just wanted to ask this question, JT, as a man, standing from that point where you're now intermediating between a man who would want to take and the one who would not want to take. What do you think? Can we give it a chance? What is your feeling about it?
Not at all. Not even a single second. Not even in my dreams. You see, as I was saying off the camera, we were doing so well. We were doing really pretty well when there were no, I don't know, research or whatever. Tulikuwa tunaendelea vizuri, families zilikuwa zinaendelea poa. But the way the world is evolving, it really gives me goosebumps. Na baki zile za, kwenye tunaelekea. And I was giving an example. It's a matter of, people think it's a matter of choice. There's a time it will reach when it will not be a matter of choice. It will be like, it's a must. In one way or another. I was giving an example of a phone. Right now, I have a choice to use kabambe. I'm using a smartphone.
Yes.
Why? Because kuna opportunities zitakuja, zitanipita because I don't have a smartphone.
Yes.
I need to apply online. If I want to change my Safaricom line, I can also do it online. If I want to do, most of the things I'm doing online.
Yes.
Corona came. It reached a time you cannot go into a supermarket without, I don't know, measuring temperature.
Yes.
I don't know, you have to have that mask. It
So
was
you're
option.
saying at a time, it will
yeah,
be a must
it will reach
for
a time.
everyone?
Yeah, it will be like it's a must in one way or another. Wazungu wanatupeleka hapo pole pole, anakudunganga kasindano, anaangalia kama uta accept. Ukiaccept, anaendelea kuiforce, anaipush mpaka inakuja na kuwa must.
Irene, what do you think about that point?
I think the first thing I disagree. Kuna hiki kitu tumekuwa tukisema wazungu since we started, and we are actually perpetuating ama tunaendelesha the conversation ya ujinga ya Waafrika. Like it is not something we can do for our own. There is something that is called the blessing and the curse of evolving. Venye anasema kuhusu simu, he himself is a content creator. Sindio? That is an opportunity that has come from evolving, because now he can be able to do YouTube and all that. So the minute you talk about evolving, we cannot necessarily talk about it as a purely a bad thing, because all these things that we are seeing from even the houses we live in, the comfort that we are able to have, the cars, all these things are as a process of evolving. So number one, it's not necessarily an African. Number two, it's not that evolving is bad. And number three, I think the worst thing
But
that,
if you weigh the percentage,
I would actually say the advantages are better, because look at modern medicine, look at how we are able to work, look at how we are able to travel, look at something like even how we are able to cook, gas, badala ya nini, firewood and all those things.
Yes, yes.
So while I am the first to admit that there are some negative effects of evolving, we can't necessarily negate the good factors of it.
Which are somehow
yes.
many.
Yes, they have
the
yes,
disadvantage.
exactly.
You know, JT, there's a person, the conversation for her, or rather the comment is a bit long, so I'm just going to bring out the point. She's saying the effects of family planning to women are very rough. For instance, there are
so you want them to be rough on men?
No.
What you're refusing is the reason they are rough is because we are doing
let's
hormonal.
hear-
Men is non-hormonal.
No, let's hear that.
So, and sometimes there's so much bleeding that happens for women. So, especially when I say, men don't have periods, so it might work 100%. Because, yes.
Might.
And that is why she's saying, I think it's high time we just give it a chance. We wait for the researchers. Wamalize kazi yao.
Let's assume this. There's side effects.
Yes.
The 1% you're talking about. And then it affects this man, I'm sorry to use testicles, and maybe he's the one who produces babies. Na watoto maybe wakue ama anze kuza watoto wana mazuzu. How are you helping that man? Like for women, you don't produce like men are producing, right?
But a baby is a function of an egg and a sperm. So.
Absolutely.
And then
But what I'm trying to, I know you're getting my point. It's only that you don't have to get the point. But we are the ones who should.
And it depends the power.
But JT,
Yeah, the powers.
JT,
What?
the effect, or rather the baby that comes out has never been linked to the power of the sperm.
It is. Why do we say wakati umekataa kuzaa msichana ama mvulana? Why do you put it on man?
And that's the thing I'm telling you. There's
So
a difference
where's the
between
power?
culturalization and fact.
No, it's a fact. Mwanaume
Ni wote
akikataa
wawili.
kuzaa msichana ama mvulana, power inakuanga kwa nani?
Si ni mwanaume anashindwa
We all know ni mwanaume.
kutoa the
Exactly. So who has the
So
power?
JT is saying
not
that
true.
It is
the
true.
chromosomes might not.
Absolutely, the
wacha
X and the
tutumie
Y.
hiyo jina.
Yeah, let's
I
use
hope
biology
my
sasa.
biology teacher is not
X and Y
watching.
chromosomes.
Aulize, Shiro, why are you saying it wrong?
No, you're right, actually.
Hoping I'm saying the right thing
chromosomes.
scientifically. JT is saying that the chromosome might not have the strength,
power,
the strength ya kuproduce a baby like Irene who is strong and maybe atakuwa amechirama amekuwa zuzu kidani. Let's not use that word. Not
get the point.
Yeah, okay.
So tutaishi kwa wali ya mazuzu na because of this guy umemharibu.
JT, you are doing it wrong.
No. I know, right?
No, yes, the way he says.
No, for real,
like
if you affect a man, well, let's stick to a woman.
Someone is asking, Shiro, we would want to know your opinion. He now is talking about your husband, who I know.
Yeah.
This is a very close friend of mine.
That's personal.
Would you want him to take the pill? I'll answer that before we end the conversation.
Hata before answer na unaongezea hiyo swali. Na maybe power yake ikuwe affected. Would you now opt for another man?
No, you know, because it's a pill,
Yeah.
I think it's a pill that you take, you want to withdraw, you withdraw and leave it, just like women.
So I'm saying the side effects, say you've taken already, iko affect.
Sasa utaachana nayo sasa.
Isha affect mayai.
Okay, niulize aje basi JT, because
Isha affect.
you see his argument is even one-sided. Let's assume he's right. No, let's assume he's right.
Yeah,
a lot of women take the pill and
your
can't
man,
give back.
No, listen,
so,
your man amekuwa affected. You know, for you cannot pick another man. In the society it's not allowed.
You know, I didn't say things are changing.
Okay, vitu zikienda mrama, I can be able to pick another woman, mnakuwa mabibi wawili.
Now that is a conversation
you see,
we cannot be able
exactly.
Tunakuwa mabibi wawili.
You know,
let's
ask Irene, your husband amekuwa na shida because there's a person ameuliza hapa. Amongst the side effect, let me have that conversation here.
It's a no.
Hi Shiro, very energetic discussion. Thank you so much. He's Moshiri. Moshiri is saying, amongst highlighting the side effect, what if we have the side effect of erectile factor?
Like that one.
This is what I'm saying, Shiro.
Like that one?
Yeah.
Mbona unaisema hivyo?
It's an example.
Lakini the mice hakuwa na shida.
No,
do they have the...
let's even say the 1%.
The mice, you know, they did the research on the mice. Yeah. I don't see where the researchers said it had a problem of...
We are making the assumption the 1% ni bwana yako. See, that's what we're arguing. Na ndio amepata side effect.
Yeah,
this is the thing. This is the thing. This is what we are saying, Shiro.
Now she has given an example of erection. Mimi nilikuwa napea an example ya the eggs.
This is what we are saying.
Moshiri is saying about erection.
Yeah.
So
no, this is what we are saying. Number one, we are disregarding the fact that this thing is not permanent. Number one.
So anakuwa na shida for 2-3
ngoja ndio maana nasemaje saizi there are very many people in marriages who do as an effect of pills they are not able, they don't have the low libido comes as a woman, sindio? These are things that are already happening in homes. It's just that this time we are talking about them from a man's perspective. And the minute we start comparing, mwanaume atafanya, ndio maana nasema aje, if at all saizi unaweza vumilia mwanamke wako akiwa na low libido for a month or two, a change family planning, why shouldn't the same be done to a man?
No, we are not arguing in that area. We are arguing in this area. For a man, your low libido inaweza kuwa ni temporal. What if for a man iko ni permanent?
Ndio maana nakwambia
1 month ama 2 months.
What do you do? Si unavumilia mpaka atoke off the pill.
No, if it's permanent, I'm talking about permanent.
Sasa ndio nakwambiaje, sasa upole kwake. Pole kwake because
hakuna cha pole kwake.
Let me tell you why. Tell you why pole kwake. You see all these things, anything that is scientific kama kituka hiyo, and I like the argument he's bringing, you can never give 100% assurance, right? So the same way, ndio nakwambia aje, all these side effects that tunaongea kuhusu permanent, we had talked before, the people who take the pill and they can never be able to get kids.
Now there's a person here.
Sasa umeniharibu, nilikuwa mtu mzuri.
No, sio nasema for women.
Has been affected only because of a pill. I said yes.
And that's why we are yes, and that's why I'm telling you, it's the same thing that is happening today.
Now there's a person, there's Joram here. You guys are going to love this comment. Nyinyi watu mumesahau yule mtu kwa Biblia. Mwenye Mungu alimuua kwa sababu alikuwa. You remember that?
No, it's in the Bible.
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
Because he was destroying the genealogy of Jesus.
Judah is the fourth born wa Jacob. Sasa Judah alikuwa na watoto watatu vijana. Kijana wa kwanza akaoa Tamar.
ni huyo the woman Tamar. Kijana wa kwanza akakufa. Kijana wa pili akaambiwa sababu wewe ni mkubwa, chukua bibi.
Naye akakufa.
Akaamua wakati wa kitendo, hapana.
Huyu mtoto akizaliwa atakuwa brother wangu. So let me withdraw.
Withdraw. Mungu akamuua.
Sasa ndio Joram anasema now the nation has decided to have women kabisa.
Exactly.
Just the way you people always go on top. Mnasema we can do without men. Sasa ninaona mnataka kudo without men. We are all going to be killed. Kwanza anasema ati ile thunderstorm itakuja kutu strike na lightning inafanya pressure.
Kwa nini hata kwa Bible a woman is not mentioned? Because mnakuangana hizi debates tuna have sahi. A man anatajwa kwa Bible because
mnauliwa sasa. Mnakuja kuuliwa sasa
ni mwanaume. Yeah.
Lakini Jesus alishazaliwa amuliwi na
kuna kitu inaitwa bad translation.
Mnataka
kuna kitu inaitwa bad translation. The issue was not nini, the issue was he did it maliciously. Alijua mtoto mwenye atazaliwa atakuwa wa bradhake.
So let us have this.
Don't misinterpret the Bible to make unnecessary points.
The thing we are talking about is the withdraw.
JT, listen.
That is not what he was punished for.
Withdraw kwa nini? Mungu alikuwa anapanishiwa ku withdraw.
Alikuwa ana punish the reason.
Sio the reason.
The reason. I'm telling you guys,
if you're going to use the Bible, translate it
these people are going to kill each other on phone, on board here. And also you people are also doing this. Munaiongezea huku kwa comments. So JT, wanasema huyo kwanza amesema ati munakuja kuuliwa nyinyi wote. So I think there is also something I wanted to ask you, JT, that you did not even give me the answer. Would, you know, as a man, sasa saa hii, you know, when kitu ilikuwa inaitwa HIV ilikuja, watu hawakuwa educated and there was that stigma. But when people wakakuwa educated, they came to learn pole pole, this and that. Now, would you as a man, without even kusema yes or no, museme wacha tu tusikilize, you know, wacha, ni kama ile mkutano unaitwa, na hawa watu, wacha tu tuende tusikilize. And then we leave it, you see, we leave it upon man could decide. JT, tutafanya? Hapana, hatufanyi. Huyo ni mwanaume asha. Because already people don't even have the information. So men are blocking it without knowing the information behind the pill.
Okay, the biggest information, me as a Christian, you know I'm a Christian, fully, 160. If there's nothing mentioned in the Bible, you see, even in my body, you cannot see any tattoo. Sinaga tattoo. Because I came to learn the Bible pole.
Bible yako si imesema uvae linen, and why are you wearing this cotton?
No, hizo ni laws. I'm not under law. It's in the but yeah, hiyo ni law. Yeah, najua hata hiyo verse. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm governed by the Bible. I'm what God tells me. Ikifika place ni somewe na pastor wangu, kuna mahali verse imesema men
wafanye vasectomy, wakunywe pills.
Then why not?
Na pia kuna watu
you see, Shiro, that question that somebody asked you, I want to ask him the same thing. If you're married, does your wife use family planning?
She uses.
Then why is it in the Bible that women should use family planning? No. Why should your wife go against the Bible but
Bible inasema usitoe watoto kama wezi wanini, si ndio? Kama wezi walea. Kama you cannot
but haijasema mwanamke basi ndio atumie family planning.
I think the responsibility of family planning has been put so much on the woman, and that is now why the
by society,
are
not
coming,
the, what
by
is
the society. And that is why now also these people, the researchers, wanatafuta suluhisho. Let us not burden so much the woman with more pills. And I jump from
in fact, according to me, I would not even advise my wife. Ile tu circumstances zingine zinakupushingi. But I would rather live with my wife akiwa tu.
So JT, give us the last opinion. Guys, we have come to the end of this show and these people hawamalizi. Give us 2 seconds.
My last opinion.
Tunafukuzwa hapa.
My last opinion, watu wasome Bible. People, you should
wanaume wachukue pills.
No. There's nowhere even a single verse in the Bible. Go research from Genesis to Revelation where it says a man should do these things that we are trying to impound on him. Nowhere. Not even a
wanaume waachwe.
Achane na sisi bwana.
Irene.
Wanaume tuachwe.
What I'll say is for as long as we keep comparing these things and not take it as a personal thing, itakuwa always men versus women. But the same way women wanasemanga, maybe I'm not able to do this, taki kuachwa na deadbeats. Actually, they say a lot of the times tumewa trap, we hear a lot of deadbeats dad, we hear a lot of all these things. So the minute somebody takes their own personal initiative and say, sitaleta watoto, sitaweza kuchunga, then wacha waendelee.
Okay, sawa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wacha tuachane na hawa watu. Tutawapea ground pale wamalizane huko behind the camera by the way. So thank you so much viewer for joining us and tuning until the end. Thank you for the comments. They were very nice and still the comments, you know, the conversation is very engaging. Na kuna swali mliniuliza ama mimi naweza kubali. Hey, manze hapana. Huyo mtu alafu anakuja ananiambia sina mood. Wacha tuachie hapa. Wacha tu nichukue hiyo vitu. So, let us say this. What do you think as a person? As a viewer, hebu niambie, would you want your husband to take the pill if it is 100% positive and doesn't have those effects? Would you, as men, would you take the pills? Let us take a very long break until the next time we meet for another show, and then I will have all your comments on this platform. Thank you so much. Until next time, I have been your host, Shiro Wangige. Bye-bye.